Welcome to the Entrepreneur Evolution podcast. This is our Entrepreneur Express Tip episode. I'm your host, Annette Walter, and this is the place where I share weekly business tips in 5 minutes or less to help you regroup from your week and prepare to launch into next week. Let's get started. Okay, hello everyone. How are we doing out there? How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a great week. We are talking today about how to shake the tired and exhausting feeling that you are probably experiencing this week, because I've seen it as a common theme throughout our coaching sessions, our group membership sessions, and I wanted to talk about that today, how to get from tired and exhausted to focused in 5 minutes or less, okay? And you probably just heard my team downstairs because they're on a call right now making things happen, all right? Good excitement out there, good energy. But there's also a lot of anxiety and emotion and fear and doubt and giddiness and unknowingness and all of these things that are floating around. And chances are you're burning the candle at both ends because we're being spread in a lot of different directions. The demands of family, the demands of our business, our teams, our clients, us wanting to really focus on personal care, whatever is pulling at you right now, or the commitments and priorities that are important to you, it's a lot, okay? So what can we do? What can we really, really do to help us shake the tired instead of having more cups of coffee than we should? How do we really shake the tired and get to focus? Okay. What helps is to get all of the thoughts out of your head. I always say this, get out of your mind and into your body. So the simple act of saying what is on your mind, it works. Okay. So I don't even care if you need to talk to a stuffed animal or talk to your dog or talk to just, I did this morning. I was like, Sean, I just need to say all of this. I just need to talk out loud and just say all of this. And the simple act of getting everything that is your concern, your swirling thoughts, your anxiety out of your head, maybe the things that you know that you need to get to that you aren't getting to, getting all of that out of your head and saying it out loud just helps you sort it out, okay? If you don't have someone to talk to or don't like saying out loud and processing it, write it down. Get it out of your head some way, whatever format works for you. That will help you get from tired and exhausted and overwhelmed to focused, okay? We know what we need to do, and it's in our head, but sometimes it is just too much that's in our head that we need to organize our thoughts, map it out, and say it out loud, okay? So that's one thing that you can do to get from tired to focused, okay? The next thing is to set your priorities, okay? What is the most important thing to you today? What is the most important thing to you right now? This is going to change by the day, by the week, by the minute, but you have to know your priorities, okay? And if you know your priorities, even if it's one simple laser focused thing to get done for that day, it will help you stay energized. And whether it's the serotonin or the endorphins or the dopamine or whatever the chemical is in our body, when you take that action and you do the small steps and the little layers of things that get you in motion and get things done, checking things off your list that are your priorities, it makes you feel better, okay? The next item and the last item that I want to share with you is knowing when to say yes and knowing when to say no. This is the hardest thing right now because we feel like we're saying yes to a lot of things that maybe we shouldn't, and not saying to no to as many things as we maybe should, okay? We are in a different stage of COVID. It feels different than it did in March and April. Okay. So now it's almost like people are kind of peeling off the layers and starting to try and figure out how to navigate their day, their world, what works for them. And it's putting a lot of demands on people and probably on you. So make sure you are fully aware of what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to. Okay. And you have the control. You have the power of saying yes. You have the power of saying no. Okay. So just to rewind, think about those three things when you're thinking of having that next cup of coffee, or just really, really, really feeling like that utterly exhausted feeling, both mentally and physical. I know I have felt it this week. And chances are you have too. But really just think about those three things, okay? How do you get it out of your head and either speak it and process it out loud, or write it and outline it on paper? And then next, how do you really make sure that you are staying with your priorities and focusing on your priorities? Make sure you have your priorities designated. One week, it might be your family and your demands and your needs of something that is amplified in your family. Family is always a priority, but I'm saying just a heightened thing that you need to handle and make different phone calls and logistics and everything around. The next week, it might be a different demand with someone on your team or a certain client. It's always changing, but make sure that you are designating it and spending the time on what really truly is and needs to be that priority at the time. And then last, watch your guesses, watch your no's. What are you saying yes to? What are you saying no to? What should you be saying yes to? And what shouldn't you be saying yes to? And the same with the no's. So I hope that helps. I'm really glad to be here with you. I can't thank you all enough for the feedback that we've been getting on the podcast. And it is so amazing, the power of the impact of a podcast. And it really is just, it really is something that I didn't think it would be this fun and exciting and cool, not only to do and produce, but when you have interviewees on and they gain so much from it, and the feedback that they are getting, and how people who are listening to the podcast are gaining so many helpful nuggets of information from the other entrepreneurs that I'm interviewing, and from the 5-minute business tips like this, it's like amazing. So I'm so excited that you all are listening to the podcast. Thank you for those who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you like and rate and review. You will definitely hear from me if you write a review, and that would mean the world to me. That's my special ask today. We are nearing November, all right? And we are going to be really, really focused on gratitude in November. And we have some really exciting things here for you that we're going to be planning for November and December. So make the next couple of days count, finish off this week strong. And I'm just going to sign off right now. I am so proud of you, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.